Hey guys, it's Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com. People know me as the Christian Realtor. Today I'm just going to share with you what's been going on in my life recently. And so a couple months ago I went on a mission trip, short-term mission trip with a team from church. We went to Kenya and I reflected on a principle there and then when I came back about being faithful with small things. So let me illustrate it with a story. Long ago in a faraway land, there was a master. He had 3 servants. The master had decided he wanted to go on vacation. So he wanted to leave his assets with his 3 servants to steward. So to one servant, he gave 5 bags of gold. To the second servant, he gave 2 bags of gold. To the third servant, he gave 1 bag of gold. So the master went on vacation, and the first servant with the 5 bags of gold immediately invested it and doubled the investment and got 5 more bags of gold. The second servant did likewise and got 2 more bags of gold. The third servant just dug a hole in the ground and threw the bag of gold in the ground. So after a little while, the master came back from his vacation and gathered his servants together and asked them to give an account of the bags of gold that he had given them. The first servant came to him and said, "Master, here are the 5 bags of gold that you have given me, and here are 5 more bags that I have gotten because I invested it." And the master said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Because you've been faithful with little, I'll make you faithful over much." He went to the second servant. Second servant said, "Master, here are the 2 bags of gold that you've given me, and here are 2 more bags of gold that I had received because I invested the first 2." And then the master said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Because you have been faithful with little, I'll make you faithful over much." Then the master went to the third servant and said, Where's the bag of gold that I had given you?" The first servant went to the master and said, "Master, I know you are very stringent and very strict and diligent. So I was scared of you. So I just dug a hole in the ground and buried that bag of gold. And here's that bag of gold." And the master was very angry and upset and said, "You wicked and lazy servant. You knew I was stringent and diligent and hardworking. Why didn't you just leave the bag of gold at the bank so that it could collect interest? Because you have been lazy and because you haven't been faithful with what you have been given, I will take your bag of gold and give it to the second and first servant." The moral of the story is, in whatever you do in life, if you want to have an abundance, you got to be faithful with the small things. Like if you're a business owner and you have 5 customers, and you want 10 customers, 15 customers, and 20 customers, if you can't even be faithful with 5 customers, what makes you think you can handle 10 customers, or 15 customers, or even 20 customers? You got to start off with being faithful with what you have. Another example is when I used to work at the corporate world. I worked in entry level, and I wanted to get promoted. However, the responsibilities that I had, I wasn't really faithful with. I was lazy, I didn't show up to work on time, and I wondered why I didn't get promoted. But now, looking back in hindsight, I can see I wasn't faithful with the things that I had been given. So people, my boss, and they couldn't trust me. They couldn't entrust me with more responsibilities. So, whether you're in the corporate world or whether you're in an entrepreneur, if you can't be faithful with the little that you have been given, don't expect that your business or that your journey to climb the corporate ladder, don't expect that it'll be easy. You can't get there unless you have done the small things well. This also applies in different areas of your life. For example, you want to be an organized person, but you can't even wake up on time, or you can't even, clean your room regularly, or you can't even do regular house chores. This is the principle is, if you can't even be organized at home, what makes you think you'll be organized in the workforce? So I was in Kenya. I had a chance to teach pastors and share with them my principles, and I was sharing with pastors who had a struggle with gathering more people into their churches. And I said to them, "Are you guys faithful with the small number of people in your current congregation? you know, you want 1,000 member church or 100 member church. Are you faithful with the 10 members in your church? Are you serving them faithfully? And it challenged them. So I encourage you to take this principle at heart. It applies all across you know, different industries and in whatever you do. If you want abundance in your life, be faithful with the little that you have been given, and trust that if you are faithful with little, you will be entrusted with more. All right, so I hope you enjoyed, you got value from this video. Subscribe, comment below, and once again, Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com. Until next time, God bless you.